You have been told that a great business must sell a product that is, by some rational measure, superior: a faster car, a more efficient computer, a more durable tool. This is the simple, honest logic of commerce. But I have spent my life studying the great paradoxes of business, and I can tell you that some of the most profitable, most durable, and most brilliant business models in the world are built on a product that is, by all rational measures, no better than its cheaper alternatives. This is the story of the psychology of luxury goods. It is the story of a handbag that costs more than a car, of a watch that is less accurate than a phone, and of a brand that has built an empire on a product that no rational person, by a simple calculation, would ever buy. Most people look at a brand like LVMH and see a simple business that sells expensive products. They see a markup that is obscene and a profit margin that is almost incomprehensible. They see a simple and, in their opinion, foolish act of consumption. But you are not most people. You are a student of worldly wisdom, and you must see that the price is not the point. The point is the psychology. The point is the profound, almost terrifying understanding of human nature that lies at the heart of this business model. It is a story that proves that the most powerful force in commerce is not logic. It is emotion. It is the deep, primal human need for status seeking. It is the perverse but powerful allure of conspicuous consumption, and it is the masterful application of the psychological force of scarcity. It is a story that, once understood, will forever change how you look at a luxury brand that seems to defy all rational explanation. You have been told that a great business must solve a problem, but I have learned that an even more profitable business can be built on fulfilling a fundamental and profoundly irrational human need. And the most powerful of these needs is the primal, relentless drive for status seeking. Most people would look at a person who spends 50 on a handbag and simply think, that's a foolish purchase. They're wasting their money. They see it as an economic decision. But you are not most people. You are a rational thinker. And you must see that this is not an economic decision. It is a social one. The person is not buying a handbag. They are buying a visible, powerful, and undeniable symbol of their place in the social hierarchy. They are buying status. The story of luxury goods is a perfect case study in this human flaw. From the earliest days of human civilization, we have been hardwired to seek status. It is a deep psychological drive that is tied to our survival and our ability to attract a mate. And the most effective way to signal that status is through a visible and expensive act of consumption. This is the great and often misunderstood power of conspicuous consumption. It is the perverse but powerful allure of a product that is by its very nature expensive and therefore a visible signal of wealth and success. A cheap handbag, no matter how functional, can never and will never achieve this. The price is not a bug. The price is the most important feature. The genius of a company like LVMH is its profound and almost terrifying understanding of this human flaw. They are not selling a product, they are selling a social signal. They are selling a visible, powerful, and undeniable symbol of a person's success. And for many people, that signal is far more valuable than the material object itself. The lesson here is a universal one. In all of your systems, whether in business or in life, you must be ruthlessly vigilant against the siren song of status. You must train your mind to look past the visible and often meaningless signals of success and focus on the quiet, unglamorous work of building genuine, enduring value. You have been told that a great business must be scalable, that its goal must be to sell as many products as possible to as many people as possible at the lowest possible price. This is the simple, linear logic of mass production. But I have learned that the most profound and profitable business models are often built on a principle that is the exact opposite of scalability: scarcity. The story of a company like LVMH is the ultimate case study in this counterintuitive wisdom. Its goal is not to sell a product to everyone. Its goal is to make a product that is just out of reach for most people. Its goal is to create a sense of exclusivity, of inaccessibility, of a product that is not available to the common man. Most people would look at this and think, that's a terrible business model. You're leaving so much money on the table, you should be trying to sell to everyone. But you are not most people. You are a rational thinker, and you must see that the lack of availability is not a bug. It is the most important feature. The scarcity of a product is, in a very real sense, the very thing that gives it its value. Think about a product like a Hermes Birkin bag. The company does not, for the most part, sell it in a store. There is a waiting list. There is a process. The customer is, in a very real sense, made to feel that they have to earn the right to buy the product. This creates a sense of exclusivity of a product that is not available to the common man. And the more unavailable the product becomes, the more desirable it becomes. This is the great and often misunderstood power of scarcity. It is the psychological force that compels us to want something more when we are told that we cannot have it. It is a powerful and profoundly irrational human flaw. The genius of a company like LVMH is its profound and almost terrifying understanding of this human flaw. They are not selling a handbag. They are selling a feeling. They are selling a sense of exclusivity, of inaccessibility, of a product that is not available to the common man. And for many people, that feeling is far more valuable than the material object itself. The lesson here is a universal one. In all of your systems, whether in business or in life, you must be ruthlessly vigilant against the siren song of mass production. You must train your mind to understand that in some systems, the pursuit of mass availability can, in a perverse way, destroy the very value you are trying to create. You have been told that a great business creates a product that is so good, so revolutionary, that it creates a monopoly. But I have learned that the most powerful form of monopoly is not a monopoly on a product. It is a monopoly on a feeling. This is the most subtle and most devastating component of a company like LVMH's moat. It is a monopoly that no regulator can ever hope to break. Think about a product like a Louis Vuitton handbag. By any rational measure, it is a simple object. It is made of materials that are not in themselves prohibitively expensive. It is, by all accounts, a simple product, but it is sold for a price that is, by all accounts, incomprehensible. Most people would look at this and see a simple scam. They would see a brand that is selling a product at an obscene markup, and they would see a customer that is, in their opinion, foolish for buying it. But you are not most people. You are a rational thinker, and you must see that the company is not selling a product. It is selling a monopoly on a feeling. It is selling a feeling of status. It is selling a feeling of exclusivity. It is selling a feeling of being a part of an elite to which most people do not have access. This is the compounding power of scarcity and status seeking at its most advanced stage. The price of the product, by its very nature, limits the number of people who can buy it. This, in turn, amplifies the feeling of exclusivity, which in turn makes the product even more desirable. The more expensive the product becomes, the more of a monopoly it has on the feeling of status. This is a form of brand loyalty that is infinitely more powerful than any advertising campaign. It is a monopoly on the human ego, and it is the most cunning and effective strategy for ensuring a monopoly on the future. This moat is not a patent on a specific technology. It is a patent on emotion, and a patent on emotion, when expertly applied, creates a flywheel of compounding profits that is almost impossible to stop. It is a system that grows stronger with every passing year, simply because it owns the most powerful and most irrational part of the human mind. You have been told that a great business builds a flywheel of economics, a system where lower prices lead to more customers, which leads to greater scale, which leads to even lower prices, spinning a virtuous cycle of profit. This is the logic of a company like Costco. But I believe that an even more powerful and far more durable flywheel can be built on desire. It is a system where status leads to desirability, which leads to exclusivity, which in a perverse way fuels even more desire. This is the genius of a company like LVMH's compounding flywheel. Most people see a luxury brand's business as a simple one-way street. Make an expensive product, market it, and sell it. But you must see it as a single, interlocking, mutually reinforcing system. You must see it as a masterclass in systems thinking where each part of the empire strengthens every other part. The flywheel begins with a single, crucial spark, a product that is, by its very nature, expensive, the price. The initial high price of the product immediately establishes it as a symbol of status seeking. It signals that the product is not available to the common man. The scarcity. The brand, through a masterful application of scarcity, makes the product difficult to acquire. This lack of availability amplifies the desire for the product. The conspicuous consumption. The few people who are able to acquire the product then use it as a visible, powerful, and undeniable symbol of their wealth and success. This is conspicuous consumption. The desire of others. The conspicuous consumption of the elite then creates an immense and often irrational desire in the masses. This desire, in turn, fuels the brand's mystique and allows it to raise prices even higher. The loop is complete, the flywheel spins. Each price increase, each act of exclusivity, each public display of the brand reinforces the desirability of the entire brand, making the next step in the cycle more likely and more profitable. This is a system that grows stronger with every passing year. It is a system that grows stronger with every price increase and every new exclusive product. This is a moat that no competitor can cross with just a single brilliant product. A new competitor must build a similar system of desire, scarcity, and status from scratch. They must fight against the century of brand mystique that LVMH has already cultivated in millions of people. This is why the luxury brand moat is so unassailable. It is not just an empire of business, it is an empire of emotion. You have now seen the individual components of the luxury brand system. You've seen how it leverages the primal drive for status seeking and the perverse allure of conspicuous consumption. You've seen how it uses the counterintuitive wisdom of scarcity to amplify desire. You've seen how it is a system that grows stronger with every price increase. Most people look at a luxury brand and see a simple business that sells expensive products. They see a company that is just good at what it does. They see a brand, but you are not most people. You are a systems thinker. And you must see this for what it truly is, a masterpiece of applied human psychology. Let us conduct the autopsy of this psychological moat. What is the DNA of its self-reinforcing success? A relentless focus on status seeking, which, over time, trains the customer to associate the brand with a higher place in the social hierarchy. This creates a customer base that is not just loyal, but profoundly and often irrationally attached to the brand's social signal. A masterful application of the scarcity principle, which makes a product that is, in a very real sense, the very thing that gives it its value. The lack of availability, the waiting lists, and the exclusivity all fuel the desire for the product. A brilliant use of conspicuous consumption, where the product is, in a perverse way, sold for its price, not its utility. The high price is not a bug, it is the most important feature. A strategic approach to brand building, which has allowed a company like LVMH to not just sell a collection of products, but to sell a feeling. It is a monopoly on the human ego. Each part of the system makes every other part stronger. The high price would be meaningless without the scarcity. The scarcity would be just a lack of product without the brand's mystique. The brand's mystique would be fragile without the human desire for status. This is why the luxury brand moat is so unassailable. It is not built on a technology that can be reverse engineered. It is a system of human emotion and desire that has become a brand promise. And in the long run, in a world full of flashy and forgettable products, A commitment to building a brand on a foundation of genuine human desire is a secret weapon that conquers all. This is a masterclass in building a business not just for the rational mind, but for the human ego. You have now seen the full story of the luxury brand system. You have seen a business built not on rational utility, but on a boring, relentless commitment to rationality and human desire. You have witnessed a philosophy that, through the compounding power of 1,000,000 public displays of status, conquered an entire industry. Most people will watch this and think, that's a fascinating story about a handbag. They will treat it as a piece of business history, an entertaining but distant tale about them, about foolish consumers, about a flawed business model that only works for the wealthy. They will feel a moment of interest, but then they will go back to their own lives and change nothing. They believe the story has nothing to do with them. But you are not most people. You are a rational thinker. You are a student of systems. And you must see this story for what it truly is, a mirror. The luxury brand system is not a them. It is a metaphor for you, your own career, your own business, your own life. The same profound psychological forces that shape the LVMH system are at work in your own world right now. Are you, in your own work or business, building a moat based on a genuine durable value? Or are you simply competing on price and features, creating a shallow moat that is easily crossed? Are you like a luxury brand, leveraging the primal drive for status seeking to link your brand or your personal reputation with a feeling of exclusivity or success? Or are you leaving your brand to chance, allowing it to be associated with mediocrity or a lack of ambition? Are you, in your own life, seeking out products and experiences for their genuine, durable utility? Or are you, like a consumer of a luxury brand, simply buying a visible and often meaningless symbol of your place in the social hierarchy? Do you, in your personal and professional projects, have the patience to build a moat of emotion over decades, or are you too focused on the immediate short-term return? This is the final brutal lesson of the luxury brand system. Its triumph was not about a specific handbag or a specific brand. It was about a disciplined, relentless, and humane philosophy. It was about a choice to build a business on a foundation of truth, not on illusion. So, this is the choice you face not once in a lifetime, but every single morning. Will you be an entrepreneur who chases the flashy breakthrough, the short-term win, the audacious gamble? Will you build a fragile system optimized for a perfect world? Or will you be a student of the luxury brand system? Will you have the courage to embrace the boring path of relentless self-correction, a fanatical devotion to quality, and a profound respect for the human element? Will you build a resilient system that gets better every day, one small disciplined step at a time? Most people choose the flashy, the exciting, the quick win. It is easier, it is more immediately gratifying. But you must choose the harder, more patient, and more durable path. It is the only path that leads to a life of genuine compounding success. This disciplined commitment to building superior systems is the ultimate goal of a worldly wise thinker. And helping you forge this very discipline is the core mission of my work here at ThinkLikeMunger. If this deep dive into the philosophy of the luxury brand has provided you with value, please show your support by liking this video. To continue this journey with us, be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell. You'll be joining a community of rational thinkers committed to a life of continuous learning. As always, check the description for a link to our free Top 5 Mental Models checklist. Now, I invite you to think like a systems thinker. In the comments below, what is one sunk cost in your own life or career that you have been unable to walk away from, and what is your plan for it? Thank you for thinking with me.